Why is the Force connecting us?
Welcome to the Star Wars podcast where analysis, insight, and shipping come hand in hand.
You're not alone.
Neither are you.
This is the Reylo Alliance.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
Hello guys, welcome once again to the Reylo Alliance. I'm your host Gina and I'm joined again by my two of my co-hosts, Andy and Grisha. I never know how to pronounce your name in English.
Whatever.
Hi guys.
I don't even know.
Hello everyone. Just so you know, Gina and I are together
Yay,
again. I think just for this episode.
Like good old times.
Yay! How are you, Gracia?
Hi, I'm good. I'm very excited. I can't believe we have a trailer and a title.
Yeah, like can you believe like this time 2 days ago we had neither of those things, and
I know.
like how
can't
much
believe it.
our lives have changed in less than 48 hours.
My life changed forever.
Yes, all of our lives have truly changed forever. Nothing will ever be the same again.
I cannot believe there was a time that I didn't know the title for
Episode
episode 9.
9.
Like, it just feels so surreal having the title because I was just so used to always call it episode 9.
Yeah, I think it's
Episode-
gonna take
yeah.
a while for me to get to say the actual title instead of episode 9.
When you go to the movies, it's like, can you give me one ticket for episode 9? I mean, Star Wars.
I mean, Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you didn't know already, we're doing this episode as a quick reaction to what happened at Celebration yesterday. We're recording this on Saturday, and yesterday, as you probably know, was the episode 9 panel with JJ and Kathleen and the cast, and at the end of it, actually during it, they talked about Reylo, and well, they didn't talk
Yeah.
about Reylo, but Daisy
They
got
talk
asked.
about Adam Chess.
They talked
can't
about
believe
Adam
it.
Driver's chest. I can't believe.
Talk to me about
What
his
is even?
lightsaber.
If you would have told me this, me and Reylo in 2016, I wouldn't even believe it.
And I just loved how Stephen Colbert asked Daisy Ridley, what's the deal with Rey and Kylo's relationship? And she was just like, we'll have to wait and see. Like, that sounds like Reylo confirmed.
Mm.
And yeah, so at the end of the panel, they revealed the title by showing a teaser trailer, and then the title showed up at the end, like they did with Avengers Endgame. We all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, so before we talk about the actual trailer, let's talk about the title, okay? Because I think it's a title that leads itself to so many interpretations, and people are losing their minds, and World War III is about to unravel because the race guys have awoken because they think that the title is talking about Rey. So, okay, so the title, if you didn't know, is The Rise of Skywalker.
4 words. I don't know. I just love the symmetry with 4 words on our third movies on each trilogy.
And they start with R.
Oh, I love this. You
Yes,
cannot imagine it.
I'm living. So what are your reactions to the title? What do you think first? What do you think it means? What? Tell me, guys.
It means redemption. That's all I can say.
Clear cut answer.
Yeah, I love that. Andy, what do you think about the trailer? The what?
Title.
Title. So many T words.
Greta, do you want to add something?
Well, I mean, we know the only Skywalker left is Kylo. I know some dude bros are gonna say it's
I mean,
Rey.
Leia
Rey's a
is still there.
Yeah, Leia's still there, but some people are already saying it's about Rey. But no, guys, we know Kylo is the only one left, and yeah, he's the rise of Skywalker, the rise of his story. He's gonna get everything that his uncle and his grandfather couldn't done the other movies. So it's his turn.
Yes, 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 1000 times, yes. The Rise of Skywalker, I think I didn't expect, uh, I wouldn't say it's in your face, but I didn't expect like a Skywalker to be in the title of a Star Wars movie because it's just like something, I don't know, like more neutral. You know, it's always these words, you know, Force Awakens and Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith, this kind of stuff. So it just, the rise of sounds very Star Warsy, but the Skywalker is just like, bam, okay. I think I'm always avoiding leaks, of course, I'm always avoiding spoilers, but in one of my scrolls through Tumblr or Facebook, I don't remember, I think someone said, oh, I think the title is going to be Star Wars Skywalkers, and I was like, no way, that cannot happen, but it's here, and
It
I don't know.
happened.
It's happening, and I don't know. I like it that, you know, like I said before, it's the R word, and I always wanted that to happen. And also, it's like the 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 acronym for it is is like trust. Will we call it trust? It's like ruts, but in a different order, and I don't know. It's funny to me.
I think you're reaching now.
No, but no. I mean, I'm not making theories. I'm just saying that. I don't know. This the small details. Amazing. What do you say?
Okay, my first reaction, I think it was like, what? Like it didn't make sense to me because I think it really jumped out at me that Skywalker wasn't the title because I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it to be so like I just forgot the word. I had the word when Andy was talking and I just forgot it. So specific, I think. Okay. Because sometimes it's a broader title, you know, Revenge of the Sith and Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, like something just referencing something Star Wars, but not naming characters. And so I think my first reaction was not negative, but I was like, what? I like it didn't sound good to me. I was like, this sounds like a fan-made title, okay? But after like 5 seconds of thinking about it, I was like, okay, I see it. And then it started to dawn on me what it actually meant. And I think there's like two meanings that I can infer from the title. One is the obvious that you've already mentioned, that it's about Ben Solo and it's about him taking the legacy of the Skywalkers finally and finally fixing his family's legacy of pain and mystery that has been happening since Anakin. And the Rise of Skywalker, I think it does talk about Ben Solo and his eventual redemption, but I think there's also a metaphorical meaning on it because I do think it has to be talking about Luke kind of as well, even if I don't really like that. But you know, Luke's voiceover is in the teaser, so you cannot just brush that off. So I think the rise of Skywalker does not only mean the rise of Ben Solo, it also means that the legacy of the Skywalkers, that includes Anakin and Luke, will live through what Ben and Rey do in the movie. So it's the rise of the Skywalker legacy more than the Skywalker as a person, you know? So it's
Mhm.
like Luke and whatever the Skywalker legacy living through the actions of the new generations. And I think that's the actual, like the more metaphorical and mystical meaning behind the title. And I think it fits because at the end of it, it's the Skywalker saga, and it's been about this family since the beginning. So I think it is deserved that the last movie in the saga is dedicated to the legacy of that family. Even like, and it's gonna be represented by Ben Solo, of course, and Rey.
Mhm.
And their children.
Exactly.
The rise of the belly
Of
of
course.
I was just gonna say at the panel when Jonas, I don't know what his name is. I will call him Jonas. Jonas, who plays Chewbacca, was talking. They showed a picture of him in his Chewbacca costume with a baby, and I was
Mhm.
like, why was there a baby on set? And my mind started unraveling with, oh my God, it's the Reylo baby. Yes, it is the Reylo baby. But then he was just like, no, that's my son. And I was like, damn it, damn it.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, you know, maybe they casted Jonah's son as the Reylo baby. But I just thought it was so cute. Like the photo is very cute. If you didn't watch the panel, you should look for that picture because it's so cute. And yeah, that's all I was gonna say about the Reylo children. And do you have anything else to say about the title? Are you happy with it?
Yes.
I wouldn't be happy with anything. Just I want the title. That's it. So yeah.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
Give me something.
After so long without having a title, I think we would have been fine with anything. Um, they could have named it A New Hope, and we would have been like, yep, sounds good.
Guys,
We were
I,
so
I'm
broken.
I'm also happy about the color they choose with the
Oh,
Star Wars
yeah.
logo, that it's
It's kind of
blue.
purple. I think,
The Reylos have talked about this for so long.
yeah, it's blue, but it's also kind of purplish.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not completely blue, and if you look, I mean, I've seen it on like 3 or 4 different monitors, and it definitely looks different each time I see it. So I think I think it's more purple than blue. It's not like,
I think so.
yeah. And yeah, so let's talk about the actual teaser trailer. So in general words, what did you feel? What do you think of the trailer? Was it what you were expecting? Did it surprise you? What was going through your minds? And I'm gonna start with Andy because she looks anxious.
I just want to talk about. I think we should talk about like our experiences watching it, and how did we feel? Where were we? I think we. I don't know. I think that I'm going to tell this to my grandkids. When were you when the teaser trailer for episode 9 dropped? Um, I don't know. I was like at work. I was uh, on an office, and I was just like doing my things, but on the side I had the panel, like very. I'm not doing anything special here. But then when the trailer just started, I just put it on full screen, and I just. Ooh, I was just like I was stuck to the monitor, and I when the title came up, I was just like, oh, kind of crying. I mean, I did cry, but I started crying right there, and my coworkers were like, "What is going on with her?" I was like, "Yeah, don't mind me. It's just this thing called Star Wars," and it surprised me because they told me that, oh, I didn't know you like Star Wars. And I was like, wow, really? A person that knows me and doesn't know that I like Star Wars, amazing. Uh, but yeah, I was just like so hyped. I literally when the panel was starting, my heart was skipping and I couldn't believe it. My body was all hot and tense. And when the trailer was coming up, those seconds, oh my god, it felt like they last forever. They were the longest seconds of my entire life. uh, and I don't know that I would have been cool with anything that I just wanted something. I just wanted to look at new visuals and just start. I don't know. uh, I just wanted something, but this is definitely according to my expectations. And I don't know what else can I say. I'm just rambling at
You're
this
so
point.
emotional.
I'm so
You don't even
emotional.
know what you're saying. You just grab the mic without knowing what the fuck you were going to say.
No, but like each shot, I think you can take a lot from it, from every single shot, and the music choice and the I don't know the new things that we got, the new looks from all the characters, the characters that are coming back, a lot of things that we didn't expect at all. Like we're going to start talking about details later, so I won't say anything else. But it just really, I was surprised, and it actually exceeded my expectations on everything that we were going to see. It's really a teaser because we don't know anything about the plot, so it's cool. Uh, but I think we got more from this than any of the other teasers, I think. Maybe this is because this is the one that I've analyzed more because it's obviously the one that I'm most excited for. But yeah, I was crying and screaming and my whole body was shaking. That's it.
Oh my god. Okay, go, Gracia.
Well, I was at home. I actually recorded my reaction. It's on my Twitter.
Yeah, we saw.
Um, yeah. I couldn't believe it. Well, one night before, I was like, oh, they're probably gonna show Kylo, but with his mask on. So I was like, I don't like that. But the trailer, JJ was like, not on my watch. We're gonna put we're gonna put Kylo in all his glorious hair.
Oh
I,
yes.
I
Please.
don't know. I was so happy, but also sad when the when the letters a saga is coming to an end. I wanted to cry with that. Every time I see it, I wanted to cry with that. And the music show was amazing. Kylo's theme when the title "The Rise of Skywalker." Wow, wow. I'm shook. It exceeded my expectations. Thank God I had them so low. Oh yeah,
I think we all did because we wanted to be prepared.
Yep.
yeah.
I need to prepare prepares.
Yeah. This is.
Oh my god, we spend so much time on Twitter. Well, I do.
Yeah.
Um,
You do.
um, for me, I was at home also. I was in my room. I was actually just waiting for it to end so I could grab my stuff and run to school because I was already running late. But I didn't want to go before I saw the teaser trailer. So I was literally with like my school bag in my hand, just grabbing my phone with the other, just waiting for the trailer to drop. And I was really, really, really excited. I was happy when it started because it starts the way that the other two
Yeah.
teasers started with the
Uh-huh.
with the character out of breath, and I was like, yes, it's
Yes,
like
yes, yes.
poetry. It
It
rhymes.
Right.
um, and then it was Ray, and you see her in the desert. I mean, we're going to into details later. I'm sorry, but
You can do it. You can say it.
I was definitely I was definitely we're gonna say it later. I was definitely not expecting what we got. I think I was expecting it to be more about the Finn, Poe, Rey storyline. And I was like, they're not gonna show anything related to the Kylo Ren plot because it's probably gonna be a lot of spoilers. So I think they're gonna focus on selling the Resistance plot and then just maybe show like a half a second of Kylo Ren just to remind the audience that he's there, and then that's gonna be it. But no, that's not what we got at all, and it really set my mind racing. And I was like, what the heck is going on? I was not expecting half the things that I saw. I was also very happy with the things that I did see because it is confirming things that I really expect from the movie. And it's just really it really made me really really excited for December, and I think that's what any good teaser should do to get you pumped up for the movie, and that's what the teaser did. And I'm really so happy with it, and the voiceover from Luke I think is so emotional, and then the laugh at the end before the title appears, and then the music. It's just such a powerful teaser. it really hits you in the feelings, and it hits you in your theorizing mind of what's going on, what does it mean, and it's really really exciting stuff, guys. I'm really excited. I've seen it like between 5 and 10 times already, so I have a lot of thoughts. So let's get into that. So moving on to some more specifics, what was the part that made you more excited, or like your favorite part, the part that you screamed at?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. Every part was my favorite. I mean, I loved every part, but oh my god, I tweeted this yesterday. I mean, the day the teaser dropped. I don't know when you're listening to this, but yeah, I will definitely always remember when the screen went to black, the laughing started, the trailer, the title came on screen, and then we saw Ian McDermott on the stage. If you were watching the panel, oh my god, no.
Wow, it was.
Oh my god, because it was everything. It was just,
Powerful.
oh my god, because
Amazing. Never been done before. Spectacular.
no, it was because okay, it was the laughter and the whole Palpatine thing, and we're going to talk about it. But also because of, it was those seconds because of the title reveal and the music, the Kylo's theme on a higher key. Oh my god. Ah, I didn't expect anything, and they gave me everything. Wow. Okay. Go on.
Well, for me, I think the first part that I actually screamed at was when Rey jumps at the TIE silencer. I was
Yeah.
like, yes, Queen. And then when Leia appeared, I was like, ah! I was bawling my ass out. And then the part with Kylo just body crushing that other guy with his chest, with his arm. I mean, it was
He's so
so
extra.
powerful. I love the color of that shot. It's so red and amazing, and it looks like an amazing sequence that I can't wait to see. And then yeah, at the end when with the Palpatine laugh, I was like, nah, no, it can't be. It's not. They're just messing with us. I actually didn't recognize the Death Star the first time I watched it. I was like, what the fuck is that? I thought it was like a city, like a destroyed city, like a random city. I didn't reckon. I was watching it in my phone, guys, and it was in the middle of the day. The brightness wasn't the best, so I'm sorry I missed something the first time. But I was actually talking to my boyfriend, and he was like, I can't believe they showed the Death Star. I was like, what? Yeah, the
I was,
second Death
I
Star.
was the
I was like,
same.
what? And then I saw it again. I was like, oh my fucking god, that's the Death Star. And he was like, yeah, I'm telling you. And like, yeah, I can't believe I missed it the first time. But yeah, it's also that Indiana Jones scene with C-3PO and Finn and Poe. Also, there was this part of the panel where Anthony, uh, the actor who plays C-3PO, was saying like, after 9 movies, C-3PO finally is like, you shut up, I'm done. And I was like, that explains the poster. He's finally cracked. He finally snapped.
I never made the correlation.
And yeah, so when I saw that Indiana Jones shot with Poe and Finn and C-3PO, I was like, yeah, this is the moment C-3PO is gonna snap.
Oh my god. Can we please have that moment, that scene on Rise of the Resistance? I want to ride with them.
Yes, please. Thank you. One thing I'm missing from the trailer is Rose, but fortunately they did show a picture of Rose at the panel, and she was with Rey, and I was so happy. I hope they share so many scenes together. And yeah, so those were the highlights of the teaser for me. I just yeah, everything revolving the first scene with Rey, and we are supposing, and we're pretty sure that it's Kylo who is in the TIE silencer because of the gloves, the size of those hands, guys. That's Adam Driver.
We're experts on
I know those hands.
I spent several hours of my life staring at Adam Driver's hands, and I can tell you those are his hands. So yeah, everything revolving that scene, it really interests me. I don't know what planet it's supposed to be. We're thinking Jeddah, but it could be Jakku. We don't know, or
Are we going
totally.
back to Jakku?
Why does everyone want to go back to Jakku? And it could be a completely new planet, some off course planet where they are going to train. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I loved about this teaser, that it's given me so many informations and answering so many questions, but at the same time it's raising some new ones that I'm really interested in and that I am anxious to get answers. Like, okay, so we know that Ray and Kyle are gonna spend time together, but what the fuck are they doing? Why are they doing this? What's the point? And yeah, I'm just in love with the teaser and what's making me think and how excited it's gotten me. And yeah, I think definitely my favorite part, if I have to be honest, is the Kylo moment with the stabby, crushy,
No,
the guy.
but he has a lightsaber and he just like punches him. He
Yeah.
launches.
Like, to be fair, he does like stab him with the
Well,
with the cross.
Yeah, well,
But
you're right.
like you have a long one, son. You have the big one. Why do you want to use the small one anyway? Anyway, that's still my favorite part because I actually scream like, "Oh my God!" because that's my son. That's my boy. And yeah, so that's it for me. How about you, Gracia?
I think the highlight for me is that whole sequence of Rey and Kylo with the TIE fighter. That's my highlight. I get chills every time I see it. I love it so much. I can't wait to know how they get there. How is she training him? I don't know. I just love it so much. I really can't wait to know what's going on.
Another part that you like very much?
Another part, mm, I really like Luke's voice and in the trailer
Yeah.
and Lando and Chewbacca.
Oh yeah, Lando.
I really like
Yeah.
that.
Another part, I just talk about one part, but yeah, the Kylo Ren thing, the whole sequence with Rey, of course, it's like half the trailer. But of all of the shots, I'm really really excited. Oh my God, when they first announced that Billy D was going back, I was just so excited. And when I saw the picture, like the leak, I was so excited. And when we finally saw him and Chewbacca on the Falcon, and he's just having so much fun. I don't know. It warmed my heart. It's just like the warmest part of the trailer because I don't know. It was like a really bleak trailer. I don't know because the shots were kind of neutral. They were just like staring at things and doing stuff, but not showing like emotions and stuff. Um, I just really loved it. I'm really excited for him because Land is one of my favorite characters, and I just realized that now. I've always liked him, but he's one of my favorites apparently. And yeah, the costume from Solo is still rare for me, but he's making it work. And
Yeah.
also, Ability on the panel was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
He was just so amazing. Yeah, I loved him.
I love when Stephen Colbert asked him like, what was it like to get back to Lando or something like that. He was like, Lando never left me, and I was like, oh my God, my heart.
But did anybody die? I don't know. Another one of the shots, we saw Poe and Finn with their new outfits, looking at the distance, and they're, oh my God.
I'm still loving the scarf. I'm Poe's scarf #1 stan. I was gonna
wear it.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna ask, how are we feeling about Leia? And like the way that we saw like 2 shots of her, and we are kind of getting an idea of what they're doing with her. I mean, not with the character, but with the actual representation of Carrie Fisher as Leia using pre-shot footage. And this is basically what's gonna look like. It does look like there's CGI involved, even though they said that they weren't going to use CGI. But like, I think definitely they had to use CGI in order to properly mix the footage with the new footage, you know?
Did they really say that they want to use CGI because that's practically
No,
impossible?
I mean they meant that they weren't going to use a CGI character.
Okay, yeah, I see it. Well, the shots that we got, they are really, really TFA-ish.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
the same arrangement, like the same position of the hog on TFA, and also I don't know why, but in the on the first part of those shots, it looks like Leia is with her TFA look, and from the other shot, like the back, it looks like the TLJ
Yeah,
look.
I don't think they're supposed to be the same scene.
Okay.
I think because if you like if
Okay.
you do pause
Mm,
it, you see that the hair is different
Yes.
and the outfit is different. So I don't think like they can't have made a mistake that big. You know, they're like a multi-million-dollar
No, but I
production
meant
company.
it's
Like
like the back is different from
yeah,
the
yeah.
front.
I think it's just meant to be like a quick watch just to get you the idea that they're hugging, but I don't think it's supposed to be like shot and counter shot.
Mm.
I think it's from two different moments in the movie if they're going to be in the movie at all, and it's not just to kind of preview what she's gonna look like in the trailer and in the movie. I mean, what do you think, Risha?
Well, I was watching a gift set yesterday, and it really looks like that scene of they took that Leia of that scene in The Force Awakens where she says goodbye to Rey. I think I don't remember very well, but it's the same scene. So
Yeah.
they really recycling a lot of The Force Awakens. That's what I'm seeing. And as for her role, I don't know. I don't think she's gonna die, but she's gonna be in a very, very, very small role.
Yeah.
But she's gonna live. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yeah, because if this is what we saw and it already looks really arranged, and we already we can even see the scene where they took this from. It makes me
Uh-huh.
question how much of this of the scenes that they recorded uh, that they filmed can they stretch out because it already looks kind of weird and it doesn't look bad but it
It
doesn't look
looks,
entirely new.
I think, because we know that scene is from The Force Awakens, that's
Mhm.
why we're like, oh, it looks weird. I
But
think
it's
it's for
not
that.
horrible. I mean, it's okay.
No, it's not horrible.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So
We didn't get any Naomi Aki or Kerry Russell in the teaser.
right,
No.
it was all characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay. They're
um,
saving them. They're saving them.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. And so let's move on to like the final part of the podcast, and I think it's gonna take a while to talk about this. But what are some of the theories that come to your mind after watching the teaser? Of course, I think the biggest thing that they dropped on us was the return of Palpatine, and it's confirmed. Like it's not just like, oh, maybe he is, maybe he's not. Like he is going to be in the episode. In episode 9, he's going to be in the movie. He's gonna play a part in the movie. And so, what do you think about that, and about any other theories that may come to your mind after? Because we did make a theory episode way back,
Oh yeah.
but of course, now that we have gotten a glimpse of what the movie is shaping up to be, we of course have new theories, and we can just maybe give an update on those. So I'm gonna start with Andy again.
Okay. Thank you. Uh, I think that we don't have enough information to either confirm or deny any of those theories. I think one of the theories that I had in mind before it was like, okay, Rey is going to be sort of exiled, same as Kylo, and that's how they will meet again and all that good stuff. And but it seems like Rey, Finn and Poe, and I don't know the other characters are going to have their own adventure. I don't know if that's going to happen at all, or maybe that part of the desert is the exile part that I talked about. um, And as for Palpatine, uh, at first I didn't know if it was more like a reference, not like a reference, but I didn't believe it fully until it was confirmed. That it was confirmed like really, really quickly. And I would be more skeptical, but I know it just really excites me a lot. I don't know why. Apparently I same as with the Lando thing. Apparently I miss Palpatine. I don't
A
know where that.
surprise to be
To be
sure,
sure, but
but
a
a
welcome
welcome
one.
one.
I think that is the part that I like the most because this is the best use of a
That meme.
meme ever. Not just
Yeah.
that meme or a prequel meme for a meme ever.
Yep.
So, apart from that, apart from all the jokes, so Palpatine was behind this all along. I don't know. I don't know if I really, really love that because it's kind of retconning a lot of stuff. But it's also like, oh, okay, we can watch the movies with a different lens, and okay, so this was while we're seeing this, all of this behind it, what's happening? So it's interesting. So maybe I don't know. Snoke wasn't the big bad guy that we thought. It was just like another pawn of Palpatine's, like it was all before. And it's just I don't know. It's kind of amazing now. I've seen people talking about it, and I also thought about it that this is the man who, from the very beginning, started teasing with the Skywalker family, and basically he was the one who doomed it all, them all. And now the rise of a Skywalker, they're going to finally get rid of all this junk that they've been through, because basically the Skywalker saga is just the story of a family um,
Fucking shit up.
fucking shit up on the galaxy, and that's it. Um, so I'm really excited for this resolution, guys. Oh my god. um, Grecia?
Grecia.
Well, theories. As soon as I saw Twitter, everyone was like, Rey and Kylo are training together, and I'm
Yep, yep.
100% down with that. I love that. I think Kylo senses Palpatine or something like that, and he knows he's a threat, and he is gonna talk to Rey about it, and they're gonna fight together, and they're gonna kill him once and for all. And I think that's my bigger theory right now. I think that's gonna happen, and I love that so much. If it happens, I'm gonna cry in the theater. I don't know. I'm gonna be a mess, an emotional mess. Seriously. What do you guys
Same
think?
girl. No, same.
Uh, I think by showing Palpatine and basically confirming that he is going to play a part on Rise of Skywalker, I think it is confirmed that Kylo is not going to be the antagonist of the movie.
Mhm.
Like there's no narrative need for him to be the antagonist or the villain because you have Palpatine. So it makes sense, and it is a very valid theory that I would say is pretty close to be the truth that the that Kylo at least or the First Order are going to team up with the Resistance or at least Rey's group to fight Palpatine, and they go to the Death Star and I mean the ruins of the Death Star to find I don't know Palpatine's ghost. I don't know what shape he's going to be. I mean I don't know if he's because I think it was like in a video game that he appeared like a droid, right?
Uh-huh.
I think
In Battlefront.
yeah.
Battlefront?
What? I think it's Battlefront. My I think
Yes, it's
my
Battlefront.
boyfriend plays Battlefront. He was telling me that oh yeah, in Battlefront it's right after Return of the Jedi, and basically what they say is that they kept Palpatine's memory inside a droid, and then shit happens, and then the droid is destroyed, but then they search for it and they realize that there's no memory card in the droid. So like how did the droid have Palpatine's memories? So it's a theory that Palpatine, whatever he is force projecting himself into different beings. Or like his ghost is force projecting itself. We don't know. That's the mystery of it all. And I don't know how the fuck Palpatine's still alive and around. I don't know if, of course, the theories are happening that Snoke was Palpatine all along and whatever. So I don't know the logistics of that.
Maybe yes.
Maybe we don't know. We really don't know at this point. But yeah, so Palpatine is going to be the big bad guy, and I think it makes sense that the saga should end with him, since everything started because of him, because he ruined Anakin Skywalker, basically, and he was the one that turned him to the dark side. So it would make perfect narrative sense to have his grandson break the chain and bring peace not only to the galaxy but to his family by defeating Darth Sidious or Palpatine or the Emperor, however you want to call him. The question is how is he going to do it? How is he and Rey going to do that? Like, if he's not dead, how do you destroy something that cannot die? That's going to be a really interesting thing to see. And I'm definitely on board with the theory that Kylo is training Rey, or that they're training together. I think it makes perfect sense that they're going to face Palpatine as a team, and they need to prepare for that. And as the only two Force users, I think, aside from the Knights of Ren, I mean, they're obviously the strongest ones. They need to put their strengths together to fight this bigger evil. And I just love that, and I think it's a perfect narrative tool to make them work together again, and eventually, of course, fall in love as I want them to. I mean, they're already in love. You cannot fool me, but
Yeah.
it's an excuse to spend together some more time. I'm loving all the memes I found on Twitter, like when you pick up your date and it's 5 minutes late to the movie, so you have to hurry, so you don't even stop the car, and it's just Ray jumping into the TIE silencer. It's amazing. And yeah, those are the biggest theories for me, that Palpatine is going to be the biggest evil, that Kyle is going to join Rey, and that they're going to train together. And aside from that, I really don't know what the plot is going to be like.
That's exciting.
It is exciting. It is very, because we have like a general idea of what they're going to do, or what they want to accomplish, which is defeating Palpatine, but we don't know how the fuck it even happens and how the fuck they're gonna solve it. So it is interesting. And for me, I think I'm not liking the odds of Finn's stormtrooper. What was the word?
Coup.
The coup.
The revolution.
The revolution, because
Yeah.
because he does look like he's very busy with whatever he's doing with Poe, and there aren't any stormtroopers
He's very
around.
busy doing Poe.
Oh my god, I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, Oscar and John did it first.
Yeah, totally. So I don't know if that's even a thing that they even consider, or that they're gonna just throw at us at the end of the movie, like, yeah, come on, stormtroopers, let's be good, and then.
Like the L3 thing on Solo.
Oh.
They just have.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that. Thanks for reminding me that Lando in that moment is reuniting with L3 in the teaser. Yeah, when you were talking about it, that's what I was going to say, and then I forgot. Yeah, that just makes the scene more more emotional for me. So yeah. So I wanna, like, do you have any idea of how Palpatine survived?
Okay. Okay, first, can I just say that you just spoiled Battlefront 2 for me? Because
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
watching a gameplay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I literally finished the book, like the prequel book, the day before yesterday. And I started watching the gameplay, but don't worry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
um, one of the theories, well, he does talk about the immortality stuff, and that's why Anakin basically turned to the dark side. So maybe he figured things out, but in a different way. Like you said, that thing about Force projecting himself and different things, and that way never dying, it's kind of awesome. And so I wouldn't put money on that, but that will be my safest bet. But I really don't want to make theories because I just want to be entertained. I want to be surprised, and I don't think that anything that I can come up with is going to be better that what they're going to give me. So I'm not really I'm trying not to think about that because we already have so many months ahead, and I don't want to marry an idea, you know. But I wanted to talk about something else, like you said about, okay, if Palpatine is going to be the big bad guy, uh, and so Kylo can have a lot more of free time, you know, redeeming himself or just doing other stuff that it's not the
Bad guy stuff.
yeah, because one of the things that I was thinking about with this movie is that it's going to be kind of tiresome because of the mask coming back. I thought, okay, so we're going to have some scenes of villain Kylo Ren, and I think, okay, well, I guess we need them, but I wasn't really excited for them. But this it the odds of him being like not a bad guy. I'm not saying like a good guy, but not a full villain for more runtime. It's pretty big, and I'm really excited for it. Um, so yeah, already replied to the question you asked. So, Grecia.
I just wanted to add that I was watching a video yesterday of Kathleen Kennedy. She's the president of Lucasfilm, and they asked her if she knew Palpatine was coming back, and she said Lucasfilm plan was all along bringing back Palpatine in this trilogy.
Oh my god.
So Palpatine coming back has always been there, and we were right. Kylo is not bad. The big bad always has been Palpatine. And
Oh,
also, I think I saw other interview of JJ, and he said that he was working with George Lucas about Palpatine's role in this movie. So that's exciting.
Okay.
That's very exciting.
Where did you see it? It was on the
Oh,
Star Wars
I,
stage or
no, I think it was interview with the press. Yeah.
okay. Because he did Kathleen and JJ both said really interesting things on the panel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they say something about light and dark fighting a bigger
They
enemy.
yeah.
yes. That was like the first quote that really
Oh,
struck me. It was like,
I
okay,
think
where are they going with
everyone
this?
is forgetting that quote, and that quote is very important.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
Anyone
that
talk?
choice of words, that choice of words.
Yep. And I was gonna ask about Kylo's helmet because we see a glimpse of it in the teaser. So, like it is someone fixing it, someone
Mm.
putting putting in the red glue on it, and those don't look like Adam Driver's hands. Going back to my PhD in Adam Driver hands, those are not Adam's hands. I'm telling you, at least they don't look like it. I don't know if the character is wearing some kind of fur or if those are like its arms. I don't know what's going on, but I don't think
He's
it's
really
him.
stressed. He maybe grew some fur in the meantime.
So what do you think about that? Like if it's not him, then who is it and why is that person or creature fixing Kylo's helmet?
If it is him or another person or creature, I don't think it really matters, because if another person or creature is fixing it, I think it's just like on his command, or
Exactly.
yeah, or he's
Because
going to wear it anyway, so I don't
uh
really mind. Uh-huh. Gracias.
I think the same. I think at the end he's gonna throw that mask away.
Like well, would it be fun if just like in the Last Jedi, like the first 10 minutes by with the mask again? It would be fun.
It's
I ju-
it's
He
marketing. It's
throws it
for
away. He throws it away like Luke throws away the lightsaber. Like, fuck off.
Forget, let the past die.
Let the past die, kill if you have to.
Yeet.
Whoop!
I
Yeet!
think
He's gonna yeet that helmet. Oh my god.
I think the mask coming back is all about marketing and about Galaxy's Edge and probably meeting Kylo with mask there. That's all.
Oh my God! Is
And
the
probably
Kylo
what?
you're going to meet on Disney going to have the red
I don't think
thingies?
so.
No, they don't.
Maybe
I
They
don't think so.
don't. They never changed.
No,
They never changed them.
Even like Elsa, I don't think she's going to have the new look
I was going to say that,
from
but
Frozen.
but we don't have official sequels.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we
like,
don't know.
Just
We just
like
don't know.
just like Star Wars, Frozen, and Mary Poppins, you could say, but they haven't changed that. So
Yeah. I don't know, because there was a theory going around that someone was going to pretend to be Kylo Ren, so that could be the person that is fixing the helmet.
Okay.
So that's a thing. But I don't know how true that is. And I know Grecia really loves leaks, so please don't say anything from those leaks because I don't want to know. But I just read
I've
that.
never read that leak.
Oh,
It's that
okay.
something new for me.
Okay, so it was just a theory that I read that someone was going to try to personify Kylo Ren.
I wouldn't
And
put money on that.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Okay.
And do you have? Oh, I was going to say that I think I read someone say this on Twitter that Luke's voice is, of course, we're supposed to believe that he's talking to Rey, but first of all, he's talking in plural. So that to me tells me that in the scene where he does say those things, he's not alone. He's probably going to be surrounded either by Leia or Anakin or both of them or someone else. And second of all, that he maybe is not talking to Rey, but he may be talking to Ben, or maybe he's talking to both of them. But yeah, so it's just something that I read on Twitter and that I really liked, because it wouldn't surprise me that they're trying to try like a magician trick, they're showing you the voice off with Rey and they're making you believe that he's talking to her alone, but maybe in the actual movie it's going to be a completely different scene and we don't know who he's actually talking to. And it's really interesting, and I would really love it if he was talking to both of them, because in the end I do think it's about the two of them. It's not about Rey and it's not about Ben. It's about the two of them coming together to defeat the bigger evil, the light and the dark, fighting the biggest evil. And yeah, that's my take on that.
Well, I will say first that I don't think that voiceover, that those lines are going to be in the movie at all. I think it's for the trailer, just like the Force Awakens one, and a lot of people are saying that. But the important thing is that they're there, and they're putting like the marketing team and well, JJ and everyone. They're putting it in the trailer. Also, for the audience, this is the end of the saga. 1,000 generations live inside you, but this is your fight. And yeah, if it was in the movies, when I first heard it, I think like he was talking in general, like his whole family, and I did think that he was talking just about Ben. But you're right, they're both sides of the protagonist, so both halves. Sorry, Gracia.
I do think it's in the movie, like with the trailer of The Last Jedi, the first teaser trailer, it was Luke in the voiceover and he was talking to Rey.
Well, yeah,
But
right.
I do think he is talking now to Rey and Ben. And it's some scene about they probably about to fight the Emperor, I think.
And they hold hands. Okay.
Oh, I think it's what?
Oh
But
my
it's
God.
super emotional.
Oh my God, guys, the other images, like the other images from that old video that they showed, with his cape and his hair
In the
flowing in the
desert.
wind in the
He
desert.
looks like Mr. Darcy. I just wanted to say that.
Just, I think everyone in the world can say that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was just really, really in your face. This is
He looks like
definitely.
a Byronic romantic hero. I'm just putting it out there. He does not look like a villain at all. He looks like someone about to confess his undying love to someone.
And he will.
He will.
If he doesn't fuck up again, like in the
Again.
last movie.
Oh
No, I
Please
think
don't.
I think he's traumatized. I think. Oh my God, sorry. I think he learned. He learned from his mistakes.
Can we just mention before we wrap up that at the end of the teaser, after Palpatine laughs, the music is Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's
I
theme,
love.
like the first two notes, dun dun, and then it goes up like into higher keys, and it's like Bendemption question mark.
Bentension exclamation mark.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh. No, guys, oh my. Okay, the first time I was just entranced with the title, but the second one I noticed it, and then people were talking about it, and oh my god, of course. I think, okay, the laughter really shook me, but I think this is my favorite part. Just Kylo Ren's theme on a higher note, hopeful, like a superhero, like hope, like
Aw.
everything Star Wars represents, with the Kylo Ren theme, with the Ben Solo theme, with the
Aw.
Skywalker that's left on the saga is going to rise.
Redemption.
I'm gonna cry.
Redemption.
Me too. I'm just loving all the posts I'm seeing on Tumblr and Twitter, like analyzing that and what it means and how he is going to bring everything full circle and how it's a perfect rhyme and how everything will just end perfectly if he ends up actually redeeming himself and finally putting an end to his family's curse put into them by Palpatine nonetheless. And it's gonna be beautiful to see, guys. I think I'm really excited, and I love Star Wars, man. And I just wanted to add that I really hope we get to see an Anakin cameo because why would you bring back Palpatine and not bring back Anakin?
I think maybe if at least like the least they can do, and I don't want them to do the least they can do, but Palpatine is going to have to mention Anakin in some way.
Yeah.
If not,
Yeah.
like his name is going to mention him, but I don't want that. I want real Anakin. If not Force Ghost,
I want the
like a
Force.
meaningful mention because I'm hopeful, but I having my expectations unchecked, guys. But you know what? I think I'm going to throw that out of the window because this trailer is giving me everything I ever wanted and more. And I was just going. Sorry if I think I interrupted, but I want to finish my thought before it leaves my brain. But I think that bringing Palpatine back, it's just going to wrap it up so nicely. It already feels really round. And guys, Kylo Ren is going to destroy Palpatine.
Amazing.
And I am sure of it. It's a thing I can say. And to all of the Star Wars fans in the world, and you can say that. It's amazing that we can say that.
Like you can say that, and it's a proper theory that might actually be true. Like a completely serious theory, and I love it.
Yeah, because it's basically, it's the bad guy, and he's one of the good guys, and Kylo Ren is one of the good guys now. So yeah, it's more than a theory. It's just facts. Yeah,
Them facts.
them facts thrown at you.
Yeah, thank you, dear. Gracia, you were saying something.
I agree with everything Andy says. Like, wow, I'm so excited. I seriously can't wait for December. Like, yesterday I was like, I can wait for December. I need more content. I'm so excited.
Same, literally same.
Guys, how much do we think we're going to get on these months that are left until December? Do you think we're going to have a full trailer, but do you think we're going to have more stuff, or they're going to be kind of restrained
Yes.
because they don't want to show a lot?
No, I think they're going to go for it, and they're going to keep coming up with at least one more teaser and maybe some TV spots here and there.
Okay.
And for me, I don't know if I want to watch the full-length trailer because I remember going into The Last Jedi. I refused to watch the trailer for it because I just wanted to go in as clean as possible, and I ended up loving The Last Jedi because I didn't know what to expect from it. And I just watched the first teaser for The Last Jedi, and I was okay with that. And I swear to God, whenever I went to the cinema and they showed the trailer, I closed my eyes and I shut off my ears, and I started humming in my head just so I wouldn't hear anything and I wouldn't see anything because I really didn't want to know anything.
I can say that I've been with Gina in these occasions, and I've done the same with other movies.
Oh, I
It's
did that.
completely true.
I did that. I think with Ralph.
We
I
did that.
guess.
We did that.
Yeah, yeah. It was amazing.
I
It's
do
something
that.
that I do.
I do that with other movies, but I can with Star Wars. I can do that.
And I
I
just
feel
have to
like
think about it because it is the last movie, and I want to be part. I mean, for the podcast, I want to be part of the discourse because we should talk about that stuff when it comes up. But I also don't want to be so full of information that going into the movie I have there are no surprises left because I already analyzed and saw everything. So it's gonna be something difficult to balance out. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but I mean, for now, I'm just going to enjoy the teaser that we do have, and maybe when the trailer does drop, I will decide then and there if I want to watch it or not. And yeah,
I think the trailer for The Last Jedi went when was that dropped? I think in October.
October.
Yeah, in October. So we have time. We're going to cross that bridge
Yeah.
when we get
I
there.
think the next thing we have it's D23, and they're gonna show some behind the scenes.
yeah,
Oh my
probably.
That's
God,
it.
guys! I'm really hoping. I'm
Oh my
really
God.
crossing my
I'm
fingers.
being
I'm going to get
excited.
into that panel. I'm going
You
to
have
miss
to.
the whole first day of the con of the expo if I can get to the panel. I swear to you.
I'm gonna like
Oh my god.
excited.
Okay, so if you don't mind, let's wrap up. Do you have any final thoughts about the teaser or something else that you want to add before we go?
I want to ask you something, Reylo. In scale from 1 to 100, how how likely is that it's going to happen? Because we're
100.
okay, good. Gina?
101.
101.
Wait to be extra. Yeah, I'm going to agree on both of those. So
So 201%.
so 201
I
and
don't know if
multiply
we're being
that.
too optimistic, but at this point, like the actors are on our side, JJ is on our side, the canon is on our side, narrative rules are on our side, everything is on our side. So I don't
Everyone
know.
at Lucasfilm is a Reylo at this point.
Yes. I loved John Boyega because he was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on because I wasn't there with the Kylo Ren and Rey scenes, and we were just like, oh my god, they have scenes together and there's a lot of them.
And John knows that is the most important thing of the movie.
Yeah, he knows that that's what people are paying their tickets for, basically. So yeah, that's definitely why I'm paying my ticket for. I mean, I love Star Wars and I love the Tomatoes, but I'm definitely there because I love Reylo. Here you have me with a Reylo podcast, of course, but I do think that I don't want to be too optimistic, but at the same time, if I try to analyze it objectively, I still end up with the same result, with Reylo being canon, or at least hinted at as something that should happen. And I don't know how far they're going to take it, but I hope it's all the way, that they have no fear of showing their relationship because we will never have enough of them, I think. We could get the 2.5 hours dedicated completely to Rey and Kylo Ren, and it would be the 2.5 hours more fascinating in the whole Star Wars
Yeah.
lore ever because they have an amazing chemistry and they have amazing how do you say dynamics. So it is the most fascinating relationship, I think, in the Star Wars universe, I think. And so I really, really hope they go for it and they have no fear and that they just deliver the Reylo, JJ.
Deliver
That's it. That's all you have to do.
You know,
Let's fuck up Palpatine, and then just
fuck ourselves.
and then have them fuck each other.
Good thing that we're not a family podcast.
Yeah, sorry. I'm really sleepy. I had to wake up today at 5 a.m. Andy woke up at 3 a.m. because we literally just flew in
We really
today.
just get off the plane.
Literally. So we are kind of tired. We have no setbacks on what we just wanted to say. So yeah, let's fuck up Palpatine and then just let them fuck each other and they live happily ever after.
You know, I agree with all that. But you know, at this point, it's not even the question is not even, oh, are you a Reylo or are you not? It's, are you okay with the are you excited with the direction they're taking for this story and this trilogy and this 9-movie saga? Because it's definitely going to happen. So
201% sure.
1% sure. So I think we're good. We discussed everything. We discussed Reylo. We discussed the fate of our beloved characters and the inevitable redemption.
Yeah.
Anything else?
As always, is that like all of our conversations between each other in the podcast and our day-to-day lives, I always end up with, and that's why Reylo is gonna be canon. And everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think we've had some conversations that are totally unrelated. I don't know. We can be talking about mac and cheese, and we end up on Reylo.
Yeah.
That's just who we are, and we are fine with it.
Yeah, definitely.
And what about it?
And what about it? Okay.
Oh my god.
I love Star Wars. I love you guys. I love
love
Reylo.
you too. Yeah, I love all of those things.
All of those things that you mentioned. Okay, so
That's it.
okay.
We
So
can wrap up.
no recommendations for today because it was an
No.
emergency podcast.
Just put the
Yeah.
music of the trailer and
Yeah, play the redemption theme.
play it.
That's it.
The redemption theme, and that's a recommendation.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, so remember that you can tweet us at Reylo Alliance on Twitter. You can send us an email at reyloalliance@gmail.com. You can follow us on our personal Twitters. Also, shout out to Fair, whose house is in the middle of a fire.
I know.
Like, it's not that her house burned down, but her house was very close to like a big fire, so they had to evacuate her and her family. So that's why she's not recording with us again. But a big shout out to Fair. You can follow her at Ray X Kylo. I think that's her username.
Yes.
And Grisha, what's your username?
Hi, you can find me at Raise Roses on Twitter.
And you can find me, Gina, at Gina Guemes. That's at not J, at GIINAGUEMES. Yes, that's my name. Thank you.
And you can find me on Tumblr at on Princess of Batu with double U .tumblr.com.
And that's it, guys. So thank you so much, you guys, for recording with me and fangirling about Reylo as always. That's our favorite thing to do. And thank you for listening, and we will see each other next time. We don't know what we're gonna talk about next time, but it's probably gonna be about Reylo.
Reylo,
Totally.
a Reylo in my Reylo Alliance podcast is more likely than you think.
So yeah,
Bye guys.
see you.
May the Reylo be with you.